This is the empirical reality of documentary filmmaking, isn't it? It's about basically surrendering to something which is out of control. You have some kind of idea of how things work, and then you encounter some people.
Me llamo Liquid Easy.
You realize, first of all, nothing is going to work as you planned. And secondly, none of what you thought is true. Once you acknowledged it, the work is done. I remembered this very cheesy poem by Brecht, which is called A Worker That Reads. And it's like asking who built the Tower of Babel, who built the Chinese Wall, blah, blah, blah. Was it the kings? No, of course not. It's the workers. Anyway, so I just rewrote that in order not to apply it to the Wall of China, but the Mall of China. The Mall of China is, of course, before it's being built, it's rendered, right? I mean, it's first of all constructed in polygons. So who actually is doing that?
Это Харьков, Украина. Этот город был центром компьютерной науки в Советском Союзе.
I was really wondering, how does it work? How do people create these polygons under the conditions of political instability and military threat? Modeling is something which is heavily fraught and crisscrossed by geopolitical situations.
Я должен был строить ракеты, космические корабли.
In both cases, some kinds of technical paradigms, that were based on observing the cosmos have been displaced by information economy paradigms. People only look up at the sky now if they want to catch a signal on their mobile phones.
Космическая программа закрылась, и люди пошли торговать на рынок. Тогда я начал свой бизнес. Я мечтал заниматься IT-бизнесом.
Large parts of our reality have a game-like structure already. Video games have become realized, made real, implemented into the world. Of course, war games, simulations. Games are not only narratives, they are like programs that govern real processes. And if people do not try to understand this, then they will completely miss out on how a lot of reality works nowadays.
我们的机器是由纯阳光所制成，电磁频率，光线灌入玻璃纤维电缆。
Really the base for the story, it was a journalist saying that high-frequency traders were totally excited by the news that someone at CERN managed to detect a particle that was accelerated to superluminal speed.
Where scientists try to accelerate the speed of light to improve high-frequency trading.
Everyone in those R&D centers was thrilled, and you imagine why.
Da war es doch möglich, ein Teilchen zu beschleunigen nach Italien zu schicken und um 0,0017 Mal war es schneller als vorher.
It turned out to be a mistake. That never happened. So I just imagined, okay, that's the truth. Let's start from there.
Es hat nicht wirklich geklappt. Ja, aber auch diese Fragen werden wir lösen bei Autobahn Equity.
Light is deep entertainment and destruction, a matter of intense human pain.
Light as coding basically every bit of information, or encoding these flows of money and capital, accelerate, and so on. I mean, these are, of course, ciphers or symbols for human work and exploitation. It's just another way of expressing it. I really naively believe in this in a very material sense. People are mainly made of water and electricity. Electricity in terms of the information, water in terms of the main material. So there is no real categorical distinction. It's a matter of different states of distributions of energies and materials. In that film, the protagonist is just so strong, I just let it flow.
This was the moment, pretty much when I was getting my tie on, literally, when I got a call from my boss in HR that I was getting laid off.
What a flow, or it can crash. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Be water, my friend.
Water is not an uncomplicated element at all. It really violates a lot of the known laws of physics. It is a really paradoxical substance. There are definitely low resolution areas on Earth. So you have this kind of correlation. Low resolution equals invisibility equals extremely high cost of trying to acquire any kind of representation, and unsurprisingly, these turn out to be the regions where a lot of terrible things happen. We're not moving from a human point of view towards a machinic, we're moving from a, let's say, optical paradigm towards a probabilistic paradigm of representation.
So mimicry.
In the optical paradigm, it was much less likely for the image to look back and to look at us. But now this is one of the main purposes of image making. It's not representing something, but being surveilled by that something. On the other hand, there's also high benefit to being low resolution in certain cases. To try to disappear from the surface in order not to be targeted or shot. It's like the template that's like the Noah's Ark of ideal or desirable or probable human beings. Templates show us a kind of ideal, utopian, potential order of the world. But it depends on the nature of the abstraction, right? What kind of abstraction is it? What kind of reduction? What kind of algorithm? The reduction that I don't like is when that only applies to certain, predictable sectors of the population.